Jessica knew the bell would ring at precisely 9 o'clock. She had opened a bottle of Cabernet earlier to let it breathe. Laurel liked red wine. Jessica didn't know why she wanted to please Laurel so much. She was the one paying her. Laurel was coming over with the sole purpose of pleasing Jessica. Yet she felt guilty for not having booked her for so long, for being out of touch. It was the craziest thing to feel bad about. No feelings had gotten hurt. Maybe that was what stung the most. The bell rang as the big hand of the clock slid to 9. Chapter 2. Jessica inhaled deeply and turned the doorknob. In a split second, she would come face to face with Laurel's dark complexion, her surprisingly kind eyes, the warmth in them had always taken Jessica aback, and her easy demeanor. It was this particular quality of Laurel's that Jessica craved most right now. Since her surgery, it seemed that no one was willing to be easygoing around her anymore, as though acting normal would somehow break her even more than she'd already been broken. Jessica opened the door wide. "Good evening," the woman standing on her stoop said, a woman who was decidedly not Laurel. "Who are you?" Jessica blurted out. "Hi, Jessica." The woman held out her hand. "I'm Elizabeth, but do call me Liz. I was expecting someone else." Jessica ignored Liz's hand. Liz nodded apologetically. "I know you were expecting Laurel. May I come in and explain?" "No, I mean, not before I see some sort of credentials. You could be anyone." "I hate to say it, but I don't have my police badge on me." The woman produced a wide smile. She was nothing like Laurel with her soft curves and enchanting eyes. Liz was more angular, taller. She looked somehow more unmanageable to Jessica. What the hell was going on here? "Why didn't the agency tell me they were sending someone else?" Jessica asked. "I'm desperate to explain," Liz said. "If you'll allow me." She tilted her head and painted on a dazzling smile. "You can explain standing right there." Jessica crossed her arms in front of her chest, a gesture that still caused a strange sensation to run through her. "Laurel has left the job," Liz said. "What?" Jessica suddenly felt caught out, as though what she did with Laurel was all perfectly fine and legal, as long as she did it only with Laurel. "A few weeks ago," Liz said. "I've been taking over some of her clients." She took a step closer and leaned against the doorframe. Jessica instinctively stepped back. "That may very well be, but why was I not informed? You can't show up here and tell me this. I should have been notified in advance. I should have been—" Jessica swallowed the rest of her sentence. She didn't want to sound that crass. That's why transactions like this were not conducted verbally. It was all just too lewd to say out loud. "I agree," Liz said. "Some wires got crossed at the agency. You weren't informed of the situation when you made the booking, and they realized just a few minutes ago when I texted to say I was on the way to you. I thought it better to explain in person." "This is not the level of service I pay for," Jessica said. She really didn't want to have this conversation. She wanted Liz to leave. She certainly wasn't going to show her mutilated body to this stranger. Liz nodded. "I completely understand." She narrowed her eyes. "But maybe we can talk about it? Work it out?" "I wouldn't know what else to talk about with you." Jessica looked Liz in the eyes for the first time. Her eyes were too light. Her brown irises had flecks of green in them. Her skin was too pale, her smile too wide. She simply wasn't Laurel. "I can think of a thing or two," Liz said. "Unless, of course, I'm completely not your cup of tea. There's no arguing over that." She crossed one ankle over the other and leaned against the doorframe, giving the impression she wasn't going anywhere soon. "But please allow me to say that I think you are one gorgeous woman, Jessica P. And you're obviously not very discreet." Jessica wanted to slam the door in Liz's face, but she couldn't do it. Her arms wouldn't move. Her body refused to go through the required motions. "That's where you're very, very wrong." Liz's voice had dropped an octave. She looked around. "Let me ask you one last time. May I come in, please?" Liz didn't have her profession written all.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.